Peace and blessings in this quarter box of 24. So, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good myself. Can't complain. God is good. God is great, of course. And, we here, right? So listen, man, I'm going to get right into it. There's a lot of back and forth going on about this Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, man. Listen, man. The real people, the real boxing fans just want to see the fight, okay? No matter who we going with, I'm going with, this one's going with. We just want to see the fight, man, all right? Because that's what's going to settle it. Just like Golden State and Boston, they in that series, right? We just want to see the game. I don't care what Stephen A. got to say, JJ Redick, this person, that person, Kendrick Perkins. I just want to see the game and see who wins, right? I don't care what different analysts and different boxers have to say. I just want to see the fight, okay? Between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Now, I got Crawford, of course, but I'm just saying, I just want to see the fight. The fight could go either way, but I got Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford can beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not no monster. Okay, let's listen. Let's stop. Errol Spence is not no monster. All right? And let me say this, right? Because I'm hearing different stuff, man, these last couple of days. Number one, do not compare Errol Spence to Marvin, the great, marvelous Marvin Hagler. No comparison. Okay? Marvin Hagler, whole different breed. They don't make them like that no more. All right? Bernard Hopkins is right behind him. Undisputed middleweight champion. Okay? They don't make them like that no more. You might not like certain things that Bernard says or does or whatever, but he still was undisputed middleweight champion and had over 20 title defenses. Like, you can't touch him. I can't think of the number right now, but I know it was over 20 straight title defenses middleweight. Can't touch him. His body of work, can't touch him. What he did to Felix Trinidad, who was knocking everybody out. What he did to Tarver, after Tarver beat up on Roy Jones and knocked him out. What he did to Vasily Girov. No, pardon me. No, that wasn't Bernard Hopkins. What he did to Kelly Pavlik. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What he did to Tavares Cloud in Brooklyn at the Barclays. Man, come on. Can't touch that body work. Don't compare Errol Spence to Marvin Hagler or Bernard Hopkins, man. Not the same. All right? He's his own fighter. He's a good fighter. But nobody's going to be on no pity pot, man, about your car accident, man. No disrespect, but it's like you keep bringing up this car accident, talking about this car accident. You came back from the car accident and you're indestructible and like you bragging, bro. You was in a car accident, my man, because you was driving at a high speed, something you shouldn't have been doing. And instead of being humble and grateful that God gave you another chance, because God allowed you to get through that. You didn't do it on your own, man. You wasn't the doctor and the nurse. You understand what I'm saying? I was in a near-fatal car accident back in 2011. They said I wasn't going to live. I'm not here by my own authority. I'm here by God's authority, man. So Errol Spence, man, you need to realize, man, it was God that brought you through that accident. Be humble, man, before you get humiliated. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get humiliated if you don't humble yourself. All right? The car accident happened. That's over. Be glad. Now, the detached retina, that's something different. I get that. You could talk about that. But God brought you through that too, though. Because I had a detached retina too. Okay? So I know what I'm talking about. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be seeing nothing right now. I ain't do it on my own. You got to give all praises to God. All credit to God when these type of things happen. Okay? So the comparisons, man, listen, leave it alone, man. Errol Spence is who he is. All right? and Terrence Crawford is who he is. Two great fighters, but I'm not going to compare Terrence Crawford to Floyd Mayweather, and I'm not going to compare Errol Spence to Marvin Hagler or Bernard Hopkins. I'm just not going to do that. Now, let me say this as well, because some of y'all like to compare and try to take credit where credit is not due, right? Or try to give credit to one and don't give it to the other. So they like to do a lot of comparison between Errol Spence's fight with Kell Brook and Sean Porter, and then Terrence Crawford, the way he fought him. So a lot of people like to say, well, yeah, Crawford beat Kell Brook and Porter, but Porter beat him, but Errol Spence did it first. Man, stop with that, man. Okay? Because if you can't give credit where credit is due, if you can't give Terrence Bud Crawford credit for beating Kell Brook the way he did, then I'm not going to give Errol Spence no credit for beating him, because Triple G beat him first and damaged his eye sockets, okay? That eye area. I can't think of the name, the orbital bone. He damaged that first, orbital bone area. Yeah, Triple G did that. So you did it second, so what you want credit for? And you won 11 rounds with Kell Brook. Terrence Crawford didn't. He didn't go 11 rounds with him. He got him up out of there. And he wasn't in danger. He wasn't getting beat up. He wasn't getting beat on. He wasn't getting hit like that. Yeah, Kell Brook was, he had to figure him out. And Kell Brook was hitting him with the jab, and he threw some rights. But Terrence Crawford was patient, man. He knew what he was doing, but he wasn't getting tagged crazy. He wasn't getting beat up. Errol Spence was getting hit when he fought Kell Brook before that stoppage. Okay? But Triple G did it first. So if you can't give Crawford credit, then I can't give Errol Spence no credit for that fight. Bottom line, man, that's how it goes. Okay? So, when it comes to Sean Porter, man, listen. You watch the fight yourself. Sean Porter, the way he fought Errol Spence and the way he fought Crawford, totally different. If you notice, he was more aggressive with Errol Spence. And Errol Spence is supposed to be the bully, the harder puncher, the knockout dude, right? Over Crawford, according to some of y'all. But why he didn't jump in on Crawford like that? He didn't jump in on Terrence Crawford. Go watch the fight again. He jumped in on Errol Spence. He was jumping in on him. He was being aggressive, like jumping in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't do that with Crawford. That says a lot. And Crawford stopped him. Dropped him twice. Yeah, Errol Spence, you dropped him one time in the 11th round. But Crawford dropped him twice and ended the fight, made his father throw the towel in because he didn't want to see him get damaged. And y'all can say what y'all want, but his father know his son. He didn't want to see him get damaged. He didn't want to see him get knocked out, so he stopped it. That's what he wanted to do, and that's what he did. It is what it is. But you never seen Errol Spence's face look like that after a fight. Porter was all in his grill. He was tapping him up. He was beating him up. He was in a life or death fight with Sean Porter, Errol Spence. Okay? And for y'all that say he fought his fight, well, why would you fight his fight if it was going to come out like that? Close fight. That fight should have been a draw. A lot of people think Porter won the fight. Okay? If it wasn't for the knockdown, Porter won that fight. And some people say even with the knockdown, he should have won, definitely even a draw. I say that. With that knockdown, I would have gave it a draw. That was a very close fight. But with Crawford and Porter, it wasn't close like that. So what are we saying here? Now, Porter might have been winning up until the point of the stoppage. He might have been up on the rounds. Okay? You could say that. But at the end of the day, Crawford ended it. Whether he was up or not, he ended the fight with knockdowns. Okay, but Spence went the distance with Porter. All right? The knockdown wasn't enough. He came right back and got right back in there. So just stop the nonsense, man. We want to see the fight, that's all. And if Spence can beat Crawford, and if he got the courage to stay there, if he beats Crawford, and then he got the courage to stay at welterweight and fight Jerron Boots Ennis and beat him, then he's pound for pound the best. I can't deny it. But we know that ain't gonna happen. He damn sure ain't doing nothing with Boots. So we're not even gonna get into Boots. That's another video. But Crawford, he ain't beating Crawford. Not in my humble opinion. Well, I could be wrong. I don't know it all. Sometimes I make a pick and it don't go not too much, not a lot though. Usually when I make a pick, it go the way I say. Cause I know boxing. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't gotta wait for Teddy Atlas. I gotta wait for Timothy Bradley. Nah. I got my own eyes. I do my own eyeball test. And I know what I see. I've been doing this for a long time. This boxing thing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not old, but I'm just saying I've been doing this for long enough to know this boxing thing. All right? So all I'm saying is, man, we just want to see the fight. All right? Errol Spence, man, the Wolf tickets, ain't nobody trying to hear that. We just want to fight, man. Nobody's afraid of Errol Spence. You was the weight bully. Yeah, you was. And please, this is the last thing I'm going to say, man. Y'all keep talking about this magnificent record that he got, how he beat up. Listen, again, he was in a life and death fight with Sean Porter. He won 11 rounds with Kell Brook. Decision with Danny Garcia. He didn't hurt Garcia in that fight. Yeah, he did beat him. He fought a lightweight Mikey Garcia. And he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao, but yet he criticized Ugas for the win. He criticized Ugas for beating Pacquiao, saying that he was old and washed up, but yet you wanted that fight. What a hypocrite. You wanted that fight with Manny Pacquiao, but you're going to criticize Ugas. Okay, then you beat Ugas, who was standing right in front of you, who's a good boxer, but no defense. So this is your resume. I bet you Crawford would have got him out of there. I bet you he would have got Ugas out of there quicker than that. It's no comparison, man. And you're going to see when the fight happens. All right? No comparison. Butter's on a different level. And y'all just go ahead and make it happen, man. Because Bud, he ready. And Floyd Mayweather said, unless he say it, unless you hear from him on Fight Hype, then the fight ain't happening yet. That's what he said. So, could be right. You know what I'm saying? He probably got some inside game, some inside information, something he know. You know? So, we're going to wait and see, all right? But that's my take on it. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments, whether it's nay or yay. Protect yourself, social distance. COVID is still here. Be careful out there. Everybody be safe. Peace.